Hi beloveds, it's Angelina Marie. I did a couple videos about Kali and Baba Yaga, so if you haven't seen those videos, please go watch it. I think you're gonna like them a lot. And in the Baba Yaga video, I explained that my first guides that I worked with was Archangel Michael, and I started working with him since I was very little. But in my 20s, I started to expand more. And the first spirit guide I worked with was Kali. And Kali is destroyer of egos, and she totally destroyed mine. And it was harsh and painful in so many ways. And there's a lot of resistance on my behalf, of course. Like, I fought like every step of the way. So if you're having that experience, it's totally normal. In fact, like my clients that work with her too, they usually fight a lot too at the beginning. But once I surrendered, it was a joy to work with her. It's continued to be a joy. But it was still a pretty harsh experience. After I worked with her, I worked with Kuan Yin. And Kali and Kuan Yin say that they're like sisters. And Kuan Yin is love and light and sweetness and kind of everything that Kali is not. Like, she's just so soft. And when I worked with Kuan Yin, it was really about one, self-forgiveness and self-compassion. And after working with Kali, I really needed a lot of that because one, my life totally fell apart while working with her. I left my job. I had to leave the house I'd lived in a long time. I ended a relationship that I had been in a while, someone that I thought was gonna marry. And so I kind of was like, my ego was so destroyed, like there kind of wasn't much left of my life, like the physical life. And working with Kuan Yin helped me to kind of start to rebuild that, to try and figure out like, who am I if I'm not working? Who am I if I'm not interested in the same things that I used to be? Like, what parts of me are still the same? And so through forgiving myself for maybe just making choices that weren't the healthiest for me, and doing a lot of people pleasing and just not honoring my own needs and like thinking of other people before me, to kind of forgive myself for that, because it helped me survive my childhood and get me to where I am today. And just be compassionate with the part of me that had to over-identify with my job and had to over-identify with the partners that I was choosing, and over-identify with, just my identity, who I was saying that I was, when I wasn't really that. I just wanted to be that. And so there was just like a lot of compassion and forgiveness during that time. And it was a very sweet time and a soft time, particularly after so much upheaval. So if you're drawn to work with Kuan Yin, I love working with her. You know, there's this woman, Alana Fairchild, that has some beautiful cards of Kuan Yin, of Kali too. And so if you feel drawn to them, I loved working with them at that time too. I think I still have mine somewhere in a drawer. But yeah, so that was my experience of working with Kuan Yin.